Hi, welcome to another Geordie Giant Veg. Just a quick update. It's red hot in my greenhouse. I just want to show you a couple of the bits and bobs I've got going on. I'll show you about now. I've got, you look over here, I've got some cauliflowers. These are supposedly giant cauliflowers. I've got four of them going on in there. They're doing alright. Quite happy with them. I don't know if I planted them early, they might go to seed or what have you, but my first year trying them and I don't really know what I'm doing, so I'm having a go anyway. I've got some French beans here. Second one's coming up and the third one's on its way there. Over here, I've got a cucumber. This is a Market More cucumber. I've got two of them. This one's not looking too good, but I've got a couple more in there which I might pluck out. Here I've got another giant marrow which I'm going to be putting in the bed next to the other marrow I put out. My plan is to cross-pollinate. They're two different marrows, two different giant marrows, big marrows apparently, so I'm going to take the male flowers off that one and put them on the female of the other one and vice versa and see what happens. I've been told to do that by someone, so I'm going to have a go at that, see how that happens. See what happens with that, sorry. At the back here, I don't know if you can see that, that's an avocado. I've potted on into a big pot. I grew it from an avocado stone the wife gave us, so yeah, it's finally starting to grow. But apparently it could take 15 years before you even get a fruit on it. You grow like bushes, so it could take a long time before you can even get a fruit, if you get a fruit at all. So I'm not holding my breath for that, but it'll be fun growing it nevertheless. I'll just leave it in the greenhouse and let it get up to its own mischief there. I've got, I don't know if you can see here, I've got 6 courgettes. They're an all green bush courgette, so I put 6 of them in and I got 100% germination. All 6 of them are coming up. I'll probably only keep 2 and I'll get rid of the rest. A little tip, you've got to keep courgettes away from giant marrows when they start flowering and stuff like that, because bees or what have you can use the pollen from the courgettes to pollinate the marrows, and you end up getting basically tiny little marrows or what have you, because the courgettes haven't got the genetics in them for to create big marrows, if that makes sense. It didn't make sense to me to start with, but now I've looked into it a little bit more, it does. What else have I got going on? I've got some Moneymaker tomato here. It's doing alright. At the back I've got a couple of cherry tomatoes. They're not that leggy, they're doing alright because there's plenty of sunlight in the greenhouse, so they're not going leggy. I've got some corn which I'm ready to plant out. I've only got 5 or 6 corn, but I've planted more down at the plot. I've planted out a full pack of corn. Down here, I don't know if I can make it out properly. Oops, sorry. I've got a giant tomato. I've put it in this big gorilla tub. As you can see, that one's short, stumpy and healthy. The tomato came off, weighed 5.13 pounds, I think it was, which is quite a big tomato, so I'm going to have a go with that, see if I can get a big whopper tomato. Over here, I don't know if you can see these properly. You can see the huge leaves and stuff like that. These are the 2 sunflowers. Look at the size of the leaf on that. I mean, there's my hand. The leaves are huge. These are the giant sunflowers. They're about 3.5 foot. This one's about 4 foot. That one's about 3.5 foot. I want a bit of advice. in the on the stalks of the sunflower, I'm getting big leaves like this, if you can see, but also coming out the corners of the leaves, a bit like it does on tomatoes. I'm getting another sprout coming off them between the leaves. Do I prick these out for any reason, or do they stay on the plant to give the plant more energy and give the plant more help for to give it a bigger head? I'm not sure, I don't know how it works, so if anyone knows, I'd appreciate it if you could tell us. Just write it in the comments list below. I would really appreciate it. If you know, if you don't know and you're just assuming, then I'd rather not know. But if you definitely know, I'd appreciate to hear it. Down here as well, I've got my giant onions. As you can see, they're putting on fruits every 5 to 7 days, sort of thing. Big, thick, as you can see, massive, big, thick fruits coming on there, huge. The onions just under 8 inches around at the minute. This one is bulbing up nicely, and that one's starting to put loads of fruits on as well, which I'm quite happy. They're my 2 heavyweight onions I've got. All the rest of my onions are quality onions. I'll show you a couple. I've got a couple of mutants which are on par with the size of the giant onions I've put in. These are all Kelsey's, but if you look down at this one, down here, you can see that's huge. I don't know if you can see it, got others on the way, but yeah, that's huge, doing well. I mean, look at the height of the fruits on it. They're coming right up. They're about 4 foot, 3.5, 4 foot. So I've got. I'll just do a little scan so you can see. I've got quite a few onions. I think I've got 30. A lot of them are runts and are no good, but a lot of them are starting to take shape, like this one. It's a nice one. Hopefully I'll get a nice set of 3 onions. 3 dressed onions, quality onions, sorry. But yeah, the sunflowers are going mental. In the corner there's the long parsnip just taking over nicely. Down there, these red elastic cords. I've got French beans in there. They're starting to grow on now. I'll train them up that up them red cords. These 3 red cords, as you can see, and then they'll go all the way up, and then hopefully I'll train them across there, across these, and the French beans will just hang down from here hopefully, and I'll just be able to pick them off if and when we need them for dinner. I'll just take it in the rather little nice. Okay, in here, down here, we'll have all the runt onions. I just stuck them all in here, all the little ones which weren't growing that well. They're all way behind the other ones I've got in the pots in there. But you know, I had a little bit of the space in here, so I thought I'd, instead of chucking them away, I'd put them in. They'll get eaten if anything. Up the sides are garlic. A little garlic there. These are the elephant garlic in the centre. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've got 8 elephant garlic. Here are my show carrots, which you can see they're doing alright. They're cracking on nicely. I don't know if I'll get a decent set of 3, but we shall see. It all depends at the end of the year, from August, late August, early September time, whether I'll find out if there's out worth keeping. That's a little single lettuce I put in there. Let's see if I can grow lettuce, because one of the garlics died, so I just put it in. And here is another tomato, giant tomato, the same end on this one. This is a McCoy menting giant tomato from McCoy, and the tomato this came off was a 5.53 pound. So I put it in this pot to see if I can get a big tomato. Yeah, these are just parsnips I had spare, so I just chuck a few parsnips in at the back. There's the big elephant garlic on spare, and I'll just take it outside. Take it outside quickly, and I'll show you me. I'll show you me potatoes after I've topped them up. Now, because they're all happy now. The potatoes are starting to pop through. Now I've topped up all the pots. You can see starting to pop through. And there's the giant cabbages in there. I've got 2. I'm just growing in tubs. I've got some more tubs to go in there with the cauliflowers when they're due to go out. But yeah, everything's ticking on nicely. I'll do a video next weekend of an update up at the plot on all my leeks and stuff like that. I've had a massive problem up at there. Something called cutworms have been absolutely chewing the living daylights out my leeks. So I've had to treat them with sprays, and I've managed to sort the problem out as far as I'm aware. I've found a lot of them dead. The cutworms, I've been picking them up around the leeks, so hopefully that spray I've sprayed twice now has done a trick. Because they're nasty. I'll put a couple of pictures on to show you what they've done to my leeks, where they've completely decimated my leeks. I'll just show you quickly me long parsnips in the pipes. I don't know if you can see them there, but they're popping over. A couple of them aren't quite as big as others, but they're popping over there. Anyway, yeah, so it's absolutely blinding. I'll be doing an update within the next week or so, and I'll be showing you me putting my sorting my 2 beds out for my dahlias, because I'm actually going to try and enter the novice section in the dahlias in the northeast show this year. So I'm going to have a go at that and see how I get on. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe and all that jazz. And I'll see you again next week, or maybe it's a little bit later, with another update. Thanks for watching. Bye.